Hello, my name is Aaron Cosenzo, and today I'm going to talk to you about supply chain management and why it's important for IT and our business programs and systems. So, chain management is the management of the flow of goods and services that involves the movement and storage of raw materials, of work in process inventory, and of finished goods from one point to another in the point of consumption. Um, the interconnected of interlinked networks, channels, and node businesses combined in the provision and products and services required by end consumers in the supply chain. So, supply chain is defined by these major definitions being design, planning, execution, control, and monitorization of the supply chain activities. Um, And with those major definitions, they create these major objectives of the goal of the supply chain systems, which are to create net value for your system and for your company, to build a competitive infrastructure, managing worldwide logistics, and synchronizing supply with demand and measuring performance globally. Um, Supply chain management practice draws heavily from the areas of industrial engineering, systems engineering, operations management, logistics, procurement, information technology, and marketing, and strives for an integrated approach, making the marketing channels play an important part in supply chain management, and basically for the managers and for the system coordinators to be able to direct supply in a more flexible and easier manner that's procuring ownership and incurring more profit with more cost effectiveness. So the first historical era was the creation era. This was first coined by Keith Oliver in 1982. However, the concept of supply chain management was um, pretty much found earlier with the in the early 20th century with the assembly line. With Ford's motor assembly line. Um, the characteristics of this era include the need for large-scale changes, re-engineering, and downsizing driven by cost reduction programs. The next era is the integration era. This era is highlighted with the development of electronic data interchange, and it's developed through the 1990s all the way through the beginning of the 21st century. With EDI and ERP systems, the era of supply chain evolution is characterized by both increasing value added and cost reductions through integration. The last era is the globalization era. This is the third movement of supply chain management, and can be characterized by the attention given by global systems of supplier relationships and the expansion of supply chains beyond national boundaries and into other continents. This era is characterized by the globalization of supply chain management and organizations with the goal of increasing their competitive advantage, adding value, and reducing costs through global sourcing. So these are the main components of integration for how supply chain management is going to integrate its systems with the companies to be able to be more cost effective. Successful supply chain management requires a change from managing individual functions to integrating activities into key supply chain processes. Supply chain business process integration involves collaborative work between buyers and suppliers, and joint product development, common systems, and shared information. So one of the key functions for supply chain management is for sustainability. One of the biggest examples was with Walmart in 2009 when they announced intentions to create global sustainability, and they basically used supply chain management to motivate and build infrastructure for their own company and to basically control and try to um, focus on the infrastructure of other retailers to be able to build their market. The main components of supply chain management are the management and also reverse supply chain. So the main management components are planning and control, organization, product flow, information flow, management methods, power, risk, and culture. A more careful examination leads to more comprehensive understanding of what should be the key critical supply chain components or branches, and what actually are the management components. Reverse supply chain is basically a reverse logistical process. Anytime money is taken from a company's warranty, one can speak of reverse logistics operation. The returned goods are sent back to warehouse, and after either warehouse scrap the goods or send them back to supplier, they basically depend on the merchandise of the warranty. So the main functions of supply chain are to be cross-functional throughout the company, to increase flexibility, and to reduce ownership in the raw materials, and to improve trust and collaboration within the company and between the supply chains. That's it for supply chain management. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned a little bit more about what supply chain management does and why it's important with IT systems and with the companies as a whole, as a wholesaler and as a retailer. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Thank you.